Good afternoon, folks. This is Hunter Jackson again with Giant Recreation World, Winter Garden, Florida. Hey, first things first, I apologize for missing last week. I was actually up in Indiana visiting some family for the holidays, but I'm happy to be back in warm-weathered Florida. That aside, I'm super excited to showcase a very popular travel trailer, especially for families looking for a first. Today, we're going to be taking a look at the 2026 Coachmen Catalina, the 164BHX, BH standing for Bunkhouse and X standing for extra cool stuff. This is a really interesting travel trailer. There's a lot of neat features, especially for a short box such as this one. So without further ado, let's get right into this review. Let's go. Alrighty guys, and before we get a chance to take a peek at this RV sitting in here behind me today, just two quick business related items. This particular unit sitting right here in behind me has an MSRP of about $27,000, but please click that link in the description down below for the most up-to-date sale price information. And then number two, this unit is going to weigh 3,076 pounds. This is ultra lightweight, very SUV towable. You do not need a truck necessarily, and this is an awesome camper. Thank you so much for watching. If you would please like, comment, subscribe, I would really appreciate it. Let's get right into this review. Alrighty folks, and let's get rocking and rolling on the outside on the 2026 Coachmen Catalina 164BHX. Just like normal, starting off on the front end of this coach, nothing too crazy going on in regards to this battery bay area. We do have a single 20-pound LP tank. We are missing a electric style front tongue jack here, but on a unit of this weight, you can probably get away with that crank jack for the time being. Now moving up and over, one thing that they added in 2025 that I still love to this day is going to be these LED light strips that go up along both the left or the right and the left of this coach. Now moving over to the side here, a couple of changes are getting ready to pop up for 2026, starting off here in this front storage compartment. Now this storage compartment doesn't actually pass through all the way to the other side, but that's okay. Again, this is a shorter trailer and they're putting everything where they can. Over to the right hand side, they do have the ability to wire in a solar charge controller. You probably noticed on those drone shots that this unit does not come with solar, but they've got the plugs up there for you. We do have a switch here for those front LED cap lights. And then as I meander my way in around the corner, up and to the right here is going to be where our Starlink prep is located. So that is here for Coachmen in 2026, even on their Catalina lineup. Now backing it off a little bit, just talking about our sidewall construction. This is going to be a corrugated aluminum sidewall on the coach. We are wood framed with our batten insulation in there behind. Up above here, we do have an awning that goes all the way across the RV. Now, one thing I noticed when I was setting this one up today, it's not the end of the world. I get it. We're on a short travel trailer, but the door doesn't open all the way to clear the awning. It's something worth noting. It makes it a little bit more difficult to get those groceries inside the coach. But moving on to a couple of positive things, we do have two solid steps entering the coach. Very nice. This is a single axle unit and we're on ST radial tires with 14-inch rims for this bad boy. And then moving up, as you can see over to the left-hand side here, we do have a JBL speaker located here on the outside. They've given you a couple exterior 110 ports if you wanted to plug in a TV. We've got an external furnace exhaust up above there. And then swinging you around to the tail end of the coach, one of the few knocks that I would have for this unit is just, unlike Coachmen, we do only have two stab jacks here in the back. I would have appreciated if we put two more in the front, even on the short box. It would have been cool to see. But up above there, we do have our leash link for our Coachmen dog. That's where the name Coachmen comes from, is the dogs that ran with the coaches back in the day. Moving over to the back end of the RV here, as you can see, we do have our 4-inch stinky slinky holder slash bumper. And then moving you up, this unit is going to still come with Lippert ladder prep here in the rear. We've got our Furrion backup camera prep. And I'm going to give it the pass because they're close enough, but I don't understand why Coachmen will spread the black tank flush away from where the city water connection is down here. Put them right next to one another. It's close enough. We're on the same wall on the back side, but it's just kind of something funky. And I remember noticing it on the 134 video that I had made a while back. Moving over to the business end of the RV, this is going to be a 30 amp coach, so 1 AC on top. We've got our satellite connection here in the rear corner. Down below, super easy and convenient way to get to your black and gray tanks here off the back side of the coach. Obviously this one doesn't have any slides, but it's not buried underneath the slide, so it's going to make dumping your tanks that much easier. Moving you up and over, we've got a nice big window in behind. I believe this is where the kitchen is located. We've got our dinette over on the other side. And then moving you down below, this is going to be a GE on-demand tankless hot water heater, so unlimited hot showers as long as you have water. Finally, off to the right-hand side here, just a city water connection. This is where you're going to fill up those fresh tanks if you wanted to bring your water with you. And then backing you off, we get you one more look at the front end on this 2026 Coachmen Catalina 164BHX. Alrighty folks, and moving inside, getting your first looks on the inside of this 134BHX. Check this thing out. What a great little camper. Now, first things first, I was incorrect. The dinette is over on this side, kitchen's on the other. I got confused because there's windows in behind both. But let me go ahead and swing us around, start working our way from the front. So up here in the front is where the main bed is located. This is a queen size mattress up in here. They have included a nice storage shelf up here above. It would have been cool if we had some netting or something to keep everything up. They have provided you probably a 1/2 inch lip up here or so, but that would be a modification that I would probably make if this was my camper. Moving off to the side here, as you can see, we've got our power USB-A, USB-C, 110 ports, as well as the back end of where our Starlink cable would be going. Moving over to the side. Now this is not a crazy priced camper, and to see a TV inside the camper is actually a really nice feature. Now this is not anything to write home about. It's a Vivolux branded TV, but at the pace TVs are going these days, I'm sure it's just fine, especially for the viewing angles over here in this area. One other thing that I wanted to point out is that we do have an emergency exit over here to the side, and this window is also going to open, giving you an excellent cross breeze, especially if you're leaving your door open or if you just crack this window over here. Now moving over to the left hand side where our dinette is located, excellent place to have some breakfast in the morning, dinner at night. You could play a card game. It's getting a little bit on the narrow side, but you could fit 4 people if you really wanted to. If not, you could put a chair here on the end and play a 3-person card game. Moving you up above, excellent storage going on up in here. All 3 of these are going to open and they carry all the way across. So there's no hindrance on what types of items that you can put in there. This again is going to have, this is a little bit shorter, probably a 1/4 inch lip or so on the end there. But also when the RV is going this way, the things will be going that way, which would be into this back wall. So less of an issue as the one up in the front. Moving down in below, I do want to point out this can drop into an additional bed. So in theory, you could sleep 1, 2, 3, and then 4 or 5 on the bunk beds over there. But let me go ahead and demonstrate real quick how this one drops down. All right, now we're over here. We do have a drop-down style bunk bed. This is pretty typical with those 2 table posts in the middle. I always end up doing that. But once you get this table out of the way here, go ahead and move these 2 posts off and over to the side. There's a couple of lips down here that this table will sit nicely on. Now before I rearrange my cushions, I do want to point out that on both sides of the bed here, let me make sure you can see this, yep. On both sides of the bed, we do have storage down below. I wish they would have left us a drawer over here in the front, but they have given you the little grab holes in here, so less essential items. But then once you get this into place, you can reassemble your bed situation. Go ahead and pop this cushion off to the side, move this one over to the middle. This one moves over to the middle. I'm not even gonna worry about it right now because what I wanna show you is the amount of space going on once you lay it into bed mode. And at 6'2", I'm not quite sprawling out all the way on this one. This will definitely be a third grandkid or a shorter adult that would be going on here, but I appreciate that you've given us the ability to put an extra bed. Good job, Coachmen. All right, and once you get your dinette back up into place, you can go back to having breakfast in the morning or working here in the camper. I did forget to point out over to the side here, again, 110 USB-A, USB-C ports, excellent location. And then moving you down the side of the RV, this is where our bunk bed area is located. Now these are gonna be twin over twin bunk beds, but plenty comfortable, even lengthwise for adults. You could definitely use this as a hunting camp. They've even given you some storage down in here below, the same depth as the bed, so plenty of stuff going on. Maybe a little bit harder to get to the stuff back there, but you've got it if you need it. Let me go ahead and show you, because I think everybody always wonders, can you fit in these bunk beds? And the short answer is yes, and the long answer is yes. These are actually really decent bunks. One thing that I noticed though is that with my feet and shoes and my head are fully touching each wall at about 6'2", but anything shorter than that and you can fully stretch out. Even on something like this though, I could definitely be comfortable for a few nights. Two things that I noticed that you guys can't see right now. Down below, again, 110 ports and USB-A, USB-C. Now the top bunk is only going to get the USB-A, USB-C, but power on both of them. Good stuff. And before we work our way over to the back of the coach where the restroom is located, let's hit the kitchen right as you walk into the door here. Now they have done a really good job as far as your storage going on here. Underneath the sink, we've got a little spot here. Obviously we've got some sink connections going in behind that plate. But over here on the stove side, a lot deeper stuff going on. You could use this as a small pantry. You could put an air fryer in here. You will notice up above here, we've got a GE 2-burner stovetop. No oven on this unit though. A GE microwave up above. Regular microwave for popping popcorn and baking potatoes. There we go. And then over to the right hand side, another GE. That's something that is unique about this coach. All the appliances are going to be GE, including that water heater on the outside. Again, this is one of those 10 cubic foot, 12 volt refrigerators. They've got plenty of space for all the things that you're going to need while you're camping. Excellent job. And I like seeing a matched brand, especially on a camper, you know, in this price point, in this size. Very cool stuff. Last couple of things, we do have a sink right inside the door here. Nothing to write home about on this sink. It's not the biggest sink you've ever seen. It is made of plastic, but that could be switched out down the road, and you could put even something a little bit deeper in here. I do appreciate that we've got a nice high-rise faucet that gives your arms lots of room in here, and actually, we're going to see it here in a sec anyway. There is no sink in the bathroom, so you're going to have to do your toothbrushing up in this sink, and by raising that faucet up, it's going to be very helpful. Moving you up above, last storage compartment right as you come inside the door here. This is where our red goodie bag is located for anybody lucky enough to take this unit home. And then we've got an exhaust, as well as our light for our stovetop up above. Typical RV things. Working our way towards the back though, super exciting stuff going on in here. So this is the restroom area. Down below, we are going to have a plastic foot flush toilet, to be expected, not a big deal. If you want to switch it, you can. Over here to the right is where our light switch is located. They have included a mirror right inside the door, not a medicine cabinet, just a mirror here. And they put our 110 GFI plugs up above here. Moving over to the left though, this is where this camper is really shining. This is a change that they've made. Nice big shower going on in here. It looks to be about a 30 by a 36 inch shower. They have done the curtain style across here, but it makes sense because we're going to need some leg room on this toilet. But then just to give you a little bit of perspective, this is an excellent shower, especially for families. So we've got the fan exhaust right above my head, lacking a little bit of headroom, but as far as the space where my feet are, this is an awesome shower. We do have a regular, non-upgraded nozzle. It's all good. If you want to switch it, you can. But overall, decent shower, Coachmen. Good stuff on a 134. Let me go ahead and work my way up to the front here and get you one more look on the interior of the 2026 Coachmen 134BHX. Alrighty guys, just like normal, thank you so much to everybody that made it to this point in the video. What an awesome little travel trailer. I think this is the perfect unit for somebody looking for their first camper. It's very similar to the 134BHX that I had reviewed a while back. I'll drop a link down in the description, but just a few extra feet and it's going to make all the difference in the world. If your vehicle has the ability to tow this one, I would strongly encourage at least taking a look at a size up from the 134s. But overall, Coachmen, you provide tremendous value for everybody out there. From the matching of the appliances, we've got the JBL sound system out there, the RGB LED lights underneath the awning. There's just all sorts of little things hidden here and there that distinguish this from an entry-level brand, and I really, really like it. That's all I got for now. Again, thank you so much for watching. If you would please like, comment, share it with a friend, I'd really, really appreciate it. This is Hunter with Giant Recreation World, and I've got another one coming for you next Friday. Later.